KTSM 9 News Now starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Estela Casas. Thanks for choosing 9 News Now. Here's a look at the stories we are working on for you today. City Council voted Tuesday to make the Paso del Norte Community Foundation the fundraising arm for the El Paso Zoo. What this means for the zoo, and we hear from council members who voted no on the partnership. And it's day 3 of the Republican National Convention, how Trump and Vance are preparing to accept the party nomination and the theme that will be echoed tonight. But we begin, an El Pasoan will be competing this weekend to punch his ticket into the 2024 Paris Paralympics as a 400 and 100 meter sprinter. Ryan Medrano will be competing for the Stars and Stripes track and field team. Ryan is on the cusp of reaching his greatest milestone yet and is calling for your help to support his journey. KTSM 9 News reporter Jesus Baltasar spoke with Medrano, and Jesus is live in the newsroom with a look at what this conversation entailed. Hi, Jesus.
Hi there, Estela. Well, Medrano's journey as a Paralympic athlete began just last year, but in the time since, he has set himself up among the best in his class, heading into the U.S. Paralympic team trials for Paris this weekend. Medrano is part of the T38 class, athletes with cerebral palsy or traumatic brain injury, but the most abled of the T30 classification groups. Medrano was born with mild cerebral palsy and was never supposed to walk, but conquered that challenge at an early age, and just under 2 years ago discovered para track and field while participating on CBS Survivor with Paralympian Noel Lambert. He took a shot at it and quickly learned that he was a world-class talent, winning silver and gold medals and setting records at international competitions for Team USA, setting himself up for a chance at the biggest stage in Paralympics.
Right now I'm second in the world for my 400, second in the world. So I'm really pushing to try to get that gold and bring that home for the Sun City 915, to be able to repay everybody that has ever believed in me, every donation I've gotten, every friend that said, I believe in you. It's like a push on the back to push me past that finish line, whether I want to or not. So it gives me an opportunity to make everybody proud.
Medrano trains on his own Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, while his coach lives in a separate state and still works a 9-to-5 job to provide for his family. For the Paris trials in Florida this weekend, his flight, food, and stay come out of his pocket. To the 915, he says your support helps him to mentally focus on the track. Now you can find Medrano's GoFundMe page specifically as Support Ryan to Paralympics 2024. We'll have more on his unique journey tonight at 10. Reporting from the newsroom, Jesus Baltasar, KTSM 9 News.
Wow, what an amazing story, Jesus. Thank you so much. And the Paralympic Games in Paris are August 28th to September 8th. The Olympics opening ceremony is next Friday, July 26th, here on KTSM. Well, let's get a first check of the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis is joining us now from Montana Vista, and I understand you've had a lot of those drinks. What is that you have in your hand?
Thank you for asking, Estela. What you do is you take 7-Up or Sprite, and then you put in some of the cherry juice, which is called grenadine. And that creates the world's most fantastic beverage ever created, the Shirley Temple. People who don't mind think there would be a little alcohol in there, but there isn't. I'm a teetotaler. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to the Small Town Spotlight. It is 101 degrees at the airport right now. We knew it was going to be hot today. I predicted 102. Skies are mainly clear, a couple of clouds. We've seen some isolated storms in the area, but nothing major tonight. And we're live at The Yard. It's a beer garden out here where there is virtually an unlimited number of Shirley Temples or other beverages if you desire. I think I know this man over here.
Wait, I know this guy right here.
It's been a few weeks, Bobby Bone, from the Charlie Clark Automotive Group. Should we do it once for
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right.
Boy, that feels good.
Yes,
that
sir.
Feels
yes,
good.
sir.
Coming up, Estella, I'm going to show you around this fantastic beer garden, and we're going to possibly adopt out a little dog, which they have set up over there. All coming up, and your forecast in just a little bit. Estella?
Okay, and more on those Shirley Temples in a beer garden. Okay, at 5 minutes past 5 o'clock, we're going to take you outside for a look at traffic with the help of a TxDOT traffic cameras. This is I-10 in Copia, and as you can see at the top of your screen, the traffic is starting to build, and there is a slowdown a little farther on the east side. You can see the traffic is flowing smoothly, so that bottleneck in the city center happens just about every day, but no problems to report at this hour. The city of El Paso has approved a new fundraising partner for the zoo. This comes after public fallout with the El Paso Zoological Society, who fundraised and provided a number of services for decades prior to not having its contract renewed. KTSM 9 News reporter Tirza Ortiz shares more details on the agreement between the city and the Paso del Norte Community Foundation. She's live in our control room with this story.
That's right, Estella. Well, after months of speculation and waiting for the city's next move, after making that controversial decision to not renew its contract with the Zoological Society, City Council members finally approved a new partner, and it is one that is familiar to the community.
And that motion passes 6-2.
The El Paso Zoo officially has a new fundraising partner, finding support with the Paso del Norte Community Foundation. In a 6-2 vote, council members approved the partnership. This comes after the city cut ties with its decades-long former nonprofit partner, the El Paso Zoological Society, after their contract expired in March. In a statement to KTSM, the foundation CEO said in part, quote, "The zoo is an El Paso treasure. The Paso del Norte Community Foundation is honored to facilitate charitable contributions to support the El Paso Zoo, from the care of animals to the expansion of programs and services." The vote was not unanimous, however, with council members Josh Acevedo and Brian Kennedy, the two dissenters. Representative Cassandra Hernandez was the only one to speak.
While I don't agree with the City Council's heavy-handed approach to end the partnership with the Zoological Society, I think it's important that we are prepared for the next steps and ensuring that we have that fundraising arm.
According to the agreement between the two entities, the Community Foundation will be responsible for coordinating fundraising support for the zoo. The partnership also allows the zoo to apply for larger federal grants that can only be rewarded to nonprofit organizations. And while this partnership is new to the zoo itself, this is not the first time the city has worked with the Paso del Norte Community Foundation, already having 3 similar agreements in their books already, Estella. But for now, live in the control room, Tirza Ortiz, KTSM 9 News, back to you.
Okay, Tirza, thank you so much. KTSM reached out to Representative Acevedo, who voted against pursuing other partners outside of the Zoological Society. He said he has lost, quote, all confidence in the zoo director and is calling for ethical leadership at the zoo. An El Paso man has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for distribution of fentanyl causing death. This is according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Western District of Texas. Court documents say 22-year-old Michael Joseph Cucaro sold counterfeit M30 oxycodone pills containing fentanyl to someone on December 11, 2022. The victim, who is only being identified as the purchaser, took the pills and died from fentanyl poisoning. Officials say in September of last year, a federal grand jury in El Paso indicted Cucaro with charges of conspiracy to possess a controlled substance with intent to distribute and distribution of a controlled substance causing death or serious bodily injury. Cucaro pleaded guilty to distribution of a controlled substance causing death earlier this year. Former President Trump took part in a walkthrough on the stage of the Republican National Convention today. The walkthrough comes ahead of his speech tomorrow night, where he will formally accept his party's nomination. Later tonight, his vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance, will address the convention. The Ohio senator is expected to lay out his biography for many Americans who may not know him. The theme for tonight's convention speaker is Make America Strong Once Again, with a focus on foreign policy and veterans. The Department of Homeland Security has opened an investigation into the Secret Service after the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. The investigation was announced in a brief notice issued today. Officials are investigating how the Secret Service handled security for the former president when a gunman tried to assassinate him at a rally in Pennsylvania on Saturday. An additional review of the USS counter sniper team preparedness and operations was also initiated by the agency. Details on when the investigation is expected to be complete have not been provided at this time. Montana Vista's fire department has been serving the community for 30 years. Coming up, we hear more about how the department grew from a small group of volunteers and the unique training needed in the area. Then a local physician is celebrating a big milestone in his career. We'll explain on today's Estelas Estrellas. Thanks for watching KTSM 9 News Now, putting local first.
Weather Authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
If it's Wednesday and it's at the airport right now, then it must be time for the Small Town Spotlight. We've come out here to Montana Vista, where the entire city seems to be growing this way. I see the anchors over here getting ready. Small Town Spotlight starts at 6 o'clock. Hi, Monica.
Hi, Robert.
I want to treat you right. You know what that is, don't you?
Gosh.
You are Andy. Come on.
Signature drink.
Yeah, the cold Shirley. You enjoy that, you two. You slow down there, you two crazy kids. You have a job to do. Oh, look at that guy. It's the perfect man. Then we put the perfect man with a sweet little puppy. What do you have here, Bobby?
A beautiful dog. That's what I have. Oh.
Have you ever heard of Mutt Love Dog Rescue? Well, Bernadette is here from there. Hi, Bernadette.
Hi.
Okay, tell us about your organization, please.
So we're Mutt Love Dog Rescue. We're local to El Paso. We're foster-based, so no facility. And we try to focus on the dogs that need us medically the most. So the dogs that have been hit by cars. These little guys were orphaned as puppies, so they needed to be bottle-fed. So we try to take in dogs that are medically in need of us.
We also help people that are in tough situations. So Trixie's former owner, she had terminal cancer, and she was just trying to find a home for her dogs, so that's how Trixie came to us.
I love Mutt Love Dog Rescue. That's so sweet. Hey, Bobby.
Yes.
You feel like walking these dogs over to the special The Yard Beer Garden pool?
Oh, I'd love to.
You
Yes.
can't get in.
I know
Robert. It's hot. Come on. But I'll cool you down with a cold Shirley.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's take a look at your exclusive 9-day forecast. Now, I think I speak for everybody when I say I'd love to have our thunder showers back. Well, guess what? Tomorrow we're going to get those thunder showers back. 98 the high temperature with widely scattered storms and a pretty good rain chance. That rain chance is with us on Friday as well, as the high goes down to 97. 96 on a very muggy Saturday. The storms on Saturday could be quite interesting and potentially strong with some brief heavy rainfall all 3 days. No, I did not make a typo. We're talking about a high temperature of 89 degrees by Monday of next week. Some sweet relief from the heat. And then we'll be talking about temperatures going right back up over the next few days with the storm chances by the middle of the week. Now this, obviously the yard is a pet-friendly environment because they even have a little pool for dogs. Oh, look at it. Bobby, let it get it kicking. Get it kicking. I love it. So you can bring your dog. You can bring your Harley. You can drive up on your Vespa. Imagine driving up with your little dog in the back.
Oh, she would love
you know what might be better, Bobby?
What's that?
What if they drove up in a brand new Charlie Clark automotive
Come
vehicle?
on, let's
you
go.
smell what I'm cooking in that
I'll
kitchen?
smell what you're cooking.
We've got some sweet rides out front, and at 6 o'clock we're going to see them. How's
Let's
that sound?
go. Yes,
All right.
sir. Yes, sir.
That guy who drove a tractor to Fort Worth.
I want to go to Fort Worth with him. Let's go.
On a tractor. I don't.
Really?
You stay with KTSM 9 News.
Years, the Montana Vista Fire Department has gone from a volunteer group to the town's first response for an emergency. Not only do they help with fires, but also rescues in the desert and rescues in the hilltops near Waco tanks. The crew tells us more about the department, including how they got their unique yellow fire truck.
Montana Vista was created in 1987 by a group of concerned volunteers in this area. The residents noticed a lack of emergency response. Back then, this area was very secluded to what is now the city of El Paso. Montana Vista is an all hazards fire department response, meaning that regardless of what the emergency is, we need to be able to respond and be prepared to help mitigate. We noticed that we have a lot of technical rescue incidents in that area. It's really hard to access it, so the personnel that responds to those emergencies, they need a special training in rope rescue and wilderness medicine as well.
Stop.
We still have our staffing limitations, so more likely than not, if an emergency is complex in nature, we'll receive assistance from other neighboring departments.
Whenever we do have any type of rescue or structure fire or significant event, we're the next due department to come in and assist them. So over the years, we've culminated a very good working relationship where if we need them, they come to us, and if they need us, we go to them, and it's no hesitation on it. It's a simple, we need them, and then we're out the door to go and assist.
If I recall correctly, us having yellow fire trucks happened as an accident. I believe a fire truck was delivered with the wrong color, but we couldn't afford to send it back to get it repainted. So we just adapted that as a new color. We're proud of the fleet that we have. We do everything possible for the community, but we're proud of how far we've come for sure.
Yellow is fantastic. It's sunshine. And Montana Vista is the subject of today's Small Town Spotlight. Let's send things over to Andy and Monica for a look ahead. Hi there.
Hey there, Estella. That's right. Another Wednesday, another edition of Small Town Spotlights. This time live in Montana Vista. We're actually at the yard. I've actually never been here before. And as soon as we pulled in, I was just like, man, this place is absolutely awesome. If you're a patio person, it doesn't really get much better than this in terms of patio and just outdoor space, that's for sure.
It is so incredible. So, okay, Andy, when you were younger, you would go to McDonald's. Do you remember that Ronald McDonald that would kind of like lean against like this clear container box with all the toys?
All the toys were in there, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, the owner, he loves collecting memorabilia. He bought that. He has it in this shop, and I can't wait to show it to you during our 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Get a little bit of a tour inside the yard. We're not just talking to the yard, of course. Montana Vista, it seems like this area is just growing and growing and growing. Of course, Red Sands is out here. We're going to be talking a lot about that. So really excited. Yep.
I'm
really
so
excited for this edition.
Did you know I grew up here in Montana Vista?
I had no idea.
I went to Montana Vista Elementary, East Montana Middle.
So a homecoming for Monica Cortez here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Looking forward to that. Make sure you're joining us tonight at 6 o'clock for the edition of Small Town Spotlight. Stay with us.
Would you like to be a weather watcher? Send those fantastic pictures of weather or whatever you like that's real pretty to news@ktsm.com. You can even send a picture of this man, Bobby Bone from the Charlie Clark Automotive Group.
All right.
How's that cold Shirley?
It's amazing. It's
Great.
amazing.
You know what, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to meet not one, but 2 different car clubs.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about these souped up hot rods
They're
here,
really
Bobby?
nice. I love the craftsmanship.
I like it. This reminds me of the Munsters.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Eddie
Oh,
Munster.
I like this one. And you know I love convertibles.
That's right.
Gee, I wonder which one you drove.
Oh, man, come on, man. I only drive the best. Right here.
All right. Well, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to talk about the car club. We're going to give you an entire small town spotlight on Montana Vista. It's a wonderful part of a growing side of El Paso, and you're going to love it. Estella, I'd love to say I'm going to bring you a Shirley Temple, but there may not be any left by the time we're done.
It's a long drive. It's a long drive. Hey, look forward to your report.
It's a long drive and get thirsty.
Coverage at 6 o'clock. Okay, guys. Well, today's Estela's Estrellas is a physician from Las Palmas Medical Center. He's from El Paso. Dr. Richard Farnham is a world leader in urogynecology and robotic laser surgery. Today, he celebrated his 4,000th robotic surgery at Las Palmas. Dr. Farnham started performing these minimally invasive surgeries back in 2008, and congratulations on another 4,000 plus successful surgeries. Nightly News with Lester Holt is up next. We'll see you back here for KTSM 9 News at 6, and our special on the Spotlight is on Montana Vista. Have a great night, everybody.